I had no idea. I had no idea.
Oh my God.
Well, hello from Air Wagner, 513 Sierra Juliet. It is a warm week here in the Sacramento, Auburn area. Forecast for Thursday, Friday, 111. So we got to be aware of density, altitude, and all of that. Haven't videoed the last couple flights, but I figured we're going to put one up. So we're here in Auburn. We're going to Oakland VFR. Might be returning tonight, might be tomorrow morning. Let's first find out what our weather here in Auburn is.
1604 Zulu. Wind 110 at 5 knots. Visibility more than 10.
To runway 7 we go.
Okay. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 4 Celsius. Altimeter 3004 inches of mercury. Remarks. Density altitude 3200.
So 3004, if you don't have the local barometer, you just set your altimeter to the field elevation if it's out or they just don't report. And so that 110, that favors runway 7. We like runway 7 departure anyway. All right, so we're going to go. We're going to, of course, do the all-important checklist. We only have a handful of flights since the annual, so we're still hypersensitive to everything that's going on in the plane. Our map has populated, so we're going to put in Oakland there. I did get full fuel. Top off the fuel totalizer. That's part of the checklist, but we'll do it now. We're taxiing slow, and we're looking ahead. We're in between taxiways, so there's nobody going to be popping out. So we're going to want to climb today 6,500. And so what we'll do as a test, we'll keep in climb power in full power and climb to 6,500, see how long it takes. Should take about 4.5 minutes. All right, we're pulling up on the compass rose. Engine's warmed up, all important checklist time. All important checklist is complete. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle, 513 Sierra Juliet, taking runway 7 with a right crosswind departure, departing area to the south after noise abatement procedure, runway 7, Auburn. So noise abatement, I'll mention that in a second. Okay, time, check, transponder, check, traffic, check, and we'll double check the DG on the runway, especially now with density, altitude, and summertime. You want to take the whole runway. Oh, the sun's a little higher this morning. We're leaving a little later. What time is it, 9 o'clock? Yeah, okay. All right, fuel pumps have been on, full mixture. Raise the power slowly and gently. Fuel flow first, coming up. We want in the high 40s per side. It is, we switch to airspeed, 30, 40, 95 is what we're looking for, 50, 60, 70, 80. We're committed, 95. Tap the brakes, pull the gear up. Pitch for blue line. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet's departure leg runway 7, straight out over the freeway before turning south. Auburn leaving 1,800. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, turning right crosswind over Highway 80, departing area to the south, leaving 2,400. NorCal, good morning. Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet VFR request Auburn to Oakland. Is there anyone home?
Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, NorCal first, standby for squawk, Sacramento, altimeter 3001.
So when they say stand...
Sierra Juliet, Sacramento, correction. 4547.
4547 got the barometer, 3 Sierra Juliet. We're getting 1,200 foot a minute climb here. I'm climbing out pretty fast, indicated 130.
0.65 today.
We're looking for traffic and contact tower for 120.65.
So let's go to top of the green. I don't want to.
No 3 Sierra Juliet, radar contact 3 miles south of the Auburn Airport. Say altitude leaving out
3 Sierra Juliet leaving 4,500 for 6,500. All right, we'll go top. We're going to go cruise club. Forget the full power idea. We got to, these engines, these GTSIO 520s, these are L motors, Limas, they're very expensive. And so you want to take good care of them. And, okay, alligator, let's see, fuel pumps off one at a time, 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator, and then the other one. And then we'll set up, we're going to do our 31 inches of manifold pressure, 1,800 RPM and 21 gallons per side. See how that works out.
9650, Roger, squawk 0364.
So what I was saying about the engines is that you want to take good care of them because they're very expensive to replace. Not only engines, it's the labor involved, it's the whole thing. The whole mishigosh, as we say. And so I had the annual, flew 138 hours last year.
9650, radar contact, 3 miles.
And all the cylinder head temperatures, all the cylinders, compressions were in the 70s. That's great.
Report when you're ready to do an approach.
People say, how much does an annual cost? How much does an annual cost? Well, on a Twin Cessna, I've had, 26 annuals done. And, you can get them anywhere as cheap as $4,000. I think the most I've ever paid is like $17,000. With cylinders and sheet metal, included on all that. All right, so we're going to level off here in a minute at 6,500. Took us 5.5 minutes to get here, and we started off at 1,500 feet. So 5,000 feet in 5.5 minutes with the rollout and all. About normal. So, the annuals are going to cost you somewhere, I always say, plan for, without anything catastrophic, engines or other parts. We had a vacuum pump that we converted to dry and some other things. But we plan on, spending in the mid-teens for an annual. So, while we're sitting in cruise on a beautiful day, some of the costs involved with owning a Twin Cessna, it's let's say you got a plane that's mechanically pretty sound. You got the annual, you can budget in for $15,000. Insurance, crazy, anywhere from $7,500 to $11,000. Okay, and then if you want to keep it in a hangar, or tie down, if you're in a hangar, if you can get a hangar for $500 to $1,000 a month, then that's golden. And then for your fuel flow, like right now we're burning 42 gallons an hour total, 21 aside. And you figure fuel, whatever price you pay now, it's $4.69 to $5.50 depending on where you go. And then you got to have a little reserve budget for engines. And a GTSO 520 engine from Ram or getting it overhauled by somebody, it's going to run you $78,000. Yes, you heard it right. $78,000 per side. Okay, so you want to buy one that's got lower time. This one had 200 hours on one side and 1,000 on the other. So I should have a lot of good years of flying with it if you take care of it. And then you got a prop reserve fund. TBO, time between overhaul, recommended. It's only recommended because it's not Part 135, and that is 1,600 hours. And you'd like to keep that 1,600 hours if you're in a single, you know, I always get nervous in my 210 when you were getting up towards TBO because it's your only power plant. You know, here we got 375 horsepower per side, and so you tend to have a much better single engine performance. It's nowhere near, you know, a kerosene burner, a turboprop, but in its class, it's pretty dang good. All right, it's a beautiful day. What's Oakland's weather on the ADSB reporting? Wind 2705, visibility 10, broken clouds 23,000, temperature 9er. So the temperature is 9/5 plus 32. Let's pretend it's 20 Celsius for ease of operation. 20 divided by 5 is 4 times 9 is 36, plus 32 is 68. Typical Oakland summertime, springtime weather in the morning. But it is going to be hotter, and the valley being so hot, it sucks in.
Nickel 3 Sierra Juliet, traffic 2 o'clock in 6 miles southeastbound, climbing to 5,600 for 6,000 for Wattis.
Okay, we're looking for the traffic. Must be 325 out the window. Okay, we're looking for the traffic. He's below us. He's climbing. He's a PC-12. Climbing out 167. He's not climbing out all that fast. Let's put traffic over here. We can watch him right there. If we select him, he's climbing out at 190 now. He's 500 below us. So when you call for traffic, the correct phraseology is 2 things. Only 2 things. Traffic in sight, negative contact. Not got him, traffic, you know. Now, what's acceptable but not correct phraseology is no joy, which means no, don't have them, and tally-ho means I got him. Those are mostly military terms. Acceptable, don't do it on your check ride, okay? Don't do it on your check ride. You know, you can say tally-ho, traffic in sight, that's okay.
Nickel 3 Sierra Juliet, traffic no factor.
3 Sierra Juliet, thanks.
QT 325, traffic no factor, climb maintain 7,000, expect that as your final.
Okay.
All right, up to 7,000, that'll be our final, PT 325.
All right, so that is 325. He's 600 below us, but... So when you do look for traffic, there's a term that my friend Bobby and I like to use, is don't get fixated.
Maintain VFR to below 2,000 for traffic.
Don't get fixated on one thing, whether it's on your dash or out the window, because something else will come up and bite you in the ass. So, you know, if you look at...
Juliet, contact approach 125.25, good day.
2525, 3 Sierra Juliet, thanks, and so long. All right, let's talk to these guys. Okay, you listen, nobody's talking, you're not going to step on anybody. NorCal, good morning, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, checking on 6,500.
On approach, say again.
513 Sierra Juliet, checking on here, we can call it 6,600.
513 Sierra Juliet, NorCal approach, roger.
All right, so that's good.
5 Juliet, Delta reduce speed at 210 for spacing, and then descend and maintain 4,000.
Yeah, I never saw that Pilatus. He's 6 miles away, though, so.
4,000. We're down to 4,000. 605 Juliet Delta.
So the plane's running well. Not much to see outside, but take a look out the front window. Beautiful Sacramento Valley. We're right over Executive Airport. You're looking straight ahead at Davis area, Woodland to the right, and of course coming up on Sackville, Travis Air Force Base, Sassoon, and then Concord, Brentwood, Antioch, and then into Oakland. Oakland's ATIS is 3377. We're going to put that in. And 59 miles out, we might get it. You can barely make it out. It's very scratchy. I'll just listen to it and give you the highlights.
Traffic 11 o'clock, 3 miles, King Air 5,500, descending northwestbound.
3 Sierra Juliet, looking for the traffic.
5 Juliet Delta, traffic 2 o'clock, 2 miles southwestbound, 6,500, Golden Eagle, traffic off your left, air coupe 3,800.
Okay, it's about 5 Juliet Delta.
3 Sierra Juliet, Tally Hill, traffic in sight, King Air 12 o'clock, and we'll maintain visual separation.
3 Sierra Juliet, right. Gas 5445.
Easy to see today.
5.7, good day.
And he's 1,500 below us, that matches. So the ATIS, it's Echo. It's blowing down the runway at 5 knots, 260 at 5. It's 19 degrees, and the barometer's 3003. And there's no runway closures. So that's like what we need. I'm just looking at the airplane down there. That's the information you need for landing Oakland. So let's back up a little to the cost of the 421. You know, they had a 421, you know, A model, B model, and the C model. This is a C model, the first year of the C model. And depending on the panel, and depending on the engine times, you know, they go anywhere from 175,000 to 500,000. You can find yourself a really nice one in the 200s. And interest rates are low right now. And with a decent panel. My criteria is you got to get some glass. Because if you're getting a 530-430 and an HSI, then you're missing out because you're going to spend, by the time you're all said and done, another 100,000 on the panel, probably more. Because once you start taking it apart, you know, it's going to like be, you know, why not? Let's just do this and do that.
Juliet, contact Travis, search 119.9, good day.
3 Sierra Juliet, Travis 19.9, thanks, Ansel. Okay, that takes care of that. Travis, good morning. Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, checking on 6,500.
November 513 Sierra Juliet, Travis approach, Travis altimeter 3000.
3000, 3 Sierra Juliet. Now, descending into Oakland. Oakland is basically sea level. We're 6,500. We're 15 minutes out. So, you know, if you figure 400 feet a minute, so 400 times 15 minutes, so 4 times 15 is 6,000. We're going to be at 500 feet. That's about right. Now, the other way you can do it, if you have a GTN 750, is you take the, let the computer do it. You want to be at, let's just say you want to be at 1,000 feet, 3 miles out, and it'll tell you to go down 380 feet a minute. So my mental math said go down 400. So we're going to put this down to 2,500, put the nose down to 400. This autopilot does not allow you a pre-selected vertical speed. STEC 55X does, most of the time, almost all the time. But this one doesn't. It's a KFC 200. It does have pre-select altitude and some other features, but no, you know, so what do you got to do? Oh, Jerry, you got to fly the airplane, huh? Yeah, you got to fly the airplane. So I like the way everything's working on the plane. Everything looks good, sounds good. See, I think my Garmin pilot just gave me a ghost image. It said traffic my altitude less than a mile. And it showed right where we are. I think it read our own image because there's nothing on the ADS-B on the 750. It's a little bit of tricky to keep the vertical speed at the correct rate when you're doing it manually. But you got to fly the plane. Fly the plane. So look here in this map. We're getting into the Oakland area. Look at all the traffic. If I go to the traffic screen, there's a lot of targets here. This is 24 mile screen. If I go to 12 mile screen, only a few in our area, but you can see all the arrivals for San Francisco and all of that. So we're going to leave this on that. Now if I wanted the terrain screen, that's traffic, that's terrain. So these are the coastal hills that are just to my right. Mount Diablo is going to show up. Right there. That little dot. That little dot is Mount Diablo. Now that it's at 3,800 feet, we're within 1,000 feet, it shows up yellow. So if you watch it, as we get lower, it'll start getting bigger. But we're in, we're in CAVUs, ceilings, and visibility is unlimited, so we're looking out the window. But that's how the terrain map. And if I draw it out a little bit, there it is, Diablo. You can see it's starting to star up.
November 2 Alpha Kilo, climb and maintain 6,000.
And then if I pull it way in, it'll show you behind you the Sierra Mountains and then the coastal range here.
November 2 Sierra X-ray, looking for flight following with NorCal.
2 Sierra X-ray, I was on flight following, descending, going to be landing at Livermore.
All right, so let's disconnect the autopilot.
Sierra, still looking for flight following after you exit my airspace.
Fly the plane.
November 3 Sierra Juliet, contact NorCal approach 120.9er.
3 Sierra Juliet, 120.9er. Thanks, and slow. Well, let's see who's on today.
Gamma Jet 808, confirm you were climbing to 11,000.
Climbing to 11,000, Gamma 808.
NorCal, good morning, Golden Eagle, 513 Sierra Juliet, checking on for Oakland with information. Echo.
November 513 Sierra Juliet, NorCal approach. Advise when you have X-ray for Oakland, altimeter is 3003.
I must have heard it wrong. X-ray, we have X-ray for Oakland, and we're descending out of 3,700, 513 Sierra Juliet.
November 513 Sierra Juliet, and a right base via Lake Chabot, runway 28 right.
Right base for 28 right, 3 Sierra Juliet. So she says via Lake Chabot.
Contact approach 124.
You have to kind of know the area for Lake Chabot because Lake Chabot is on the other side of the summit, or the ridge. It's not a summit, it's a ridge. And, so what do? With the lack of that, you just kind of jog over. And I want to keep clear of Concord's area. We're just on the edge of it. Their ceiling is 2,600, 2,500. 2,600 keeps you out of it. So we'll stop until we're clear of that. They have a Class Delta airspace, Class D. You can't go into it without talking to them or permission. And it's usually a 5 statute mile circle around the airport. Oakland is a Charlie. Class C airport has different requirements because they're near or under a Bravo clearance, which is San Francisco.
934 Roger, and what's the identifier for that?
Let's pull that bigger so we can see our, we're in the cone if we were below the level, but we're not. And since we're going to get tower next, 118.3.
November 934, for now maintain VFR outside of Class Bravo.
Continue to maintain VFR outside Class Bravo, 934.
All right, we're
795 out of 7,100 descending via.
2432 for Skywest 4794, yeah.
Block.
Okay, everybody, it is my turn. Skywest 4794, contact approach 124.32.
Yeah, I was reading back to you. 4794, 2432. Good day.
Cessna 934, reset transponder squawk 4567.
4567, 934.
there's traffic.
November 23905 Victor. NorCal
She's too busy to see the VFR traffic below us.
Executive 795 NorCal approach. Advise that you have X-ray for Oakland.
This is a good lesson that you can't, rely on ATC when you're VFR. That traffic's 800 below us. On a not so busy day, she probably would have called it.
How's your ride? Smooth. Roger.
So we're going to do my new method for landing, slower than before.
November 3 Juliet, correction number 3 Sierra Juliet, contact Oakland Tower 118.3.
3 Sierra Juliet, going to Tower 18.3, thanks, Anselmo. Tower, good morning, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, 8 out with you for landing, airport in sight.
Heading 330 for that traffic. I'll back on course in just a second. Left, heading 330, please.
4 Juliet Golf, left 330.
Sorry, stepped on you. 513 Sierra Juliet, checking on airport in sight, 7 out.
Twin Cessna 513 Sierra Juliet, Oakland Tower, enter present position right base for runway 28 right.
3 Sierra Juliet, roger. Okay, present position. Okay, Papa Gumps.
937 is out of 3,400 visual runway.
Pressurization check. Air conditioner off. Prop sink never had it on. Auxiliary pumps on. Gas on mains.
Sky 4 Juliet Golf traffic no factor. Maintain VFR at below 2,500. Proceed on course.
We're 148. Let's do the undercarriage.
0.9.
Undercarriage. First lots of flaps. Watching it come down. Got a red light in transit. 1, 2, 3. Verified out the window with the mirror.
95 Victor, roger. Arrow 9 for Archer 95 Victor, contact NorCal departure 120.9, good day.
Yeah, we're keeping the reduced power. I like to use like 1700 on final.
Jet 396 is with you, 3 outside of Grove for ILS 28 right.
Jet 396, Oakland Tower, number 2, following a Beach Jet 7-mile final, wind 2305, runway 28 right, clear to land.
28 right, clear to land for Jet 396.
All right, the Beach Jet final.
Reaching 937, do you have runway 28 left inside and can you accept?
Affirmative, range 937.
Reaching 937, change to runway 28 left, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Pull on 28 left for sidestepping, range 937.
Twin Cessna 3 Sierra Juliet, you're number 1 to runway 28 right, runway 28 right, clear to land. Traffic is a Beach Jet 5-mile final descent through 2000 for the parallel.
Yeah, 3 Sierra Juliet, roger, clear to land 28 right. We heard the Beach slide over, thanks, 3 Sierra Juliet. So he's sliding over to the left, we're taking the right. I don't think, tell him we could do 3-3 would help. The gas check indicator, we got 3 greens, mixtures up, props where I want them, full flaps. I don't see the Beach yet. For the parallel. I see a heavy, not a heavy, I see a big one, okay. Okay, we're all set to go, we're 110, we're blue line on base, that's good. Now we're going to go to our final. All right, we got 4 white. We're going to sink right in because we're slowing down. Indicating 100. Okay, there's 2 red, 2 white. We're on the slope. Going nice and slow. One last look at the 3 greens. And we can just keep it off the runway. Oh, Nancy would love this. It's going to be nice and soft. Boy, can't get any softer than that. Of course, can't make hotel or anything. We're just going to go to the end.
Twin Cessna 3 Sierra Juliet, taxi to port via Juliet Delta, Mach frequency.
We'll taxi with you to the port 3 Sierra Juliet. Thanks and good morning. Okay, so you're off the runway. Now you can put the flaps up, turn the fuel pumps off. So that was a nice, smooth, easy ride. Thanks for riding along.
That's all, folks.